All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Bob Plays Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts on Legendary difficulty. This is episode 45 of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Wow, I got a lot of these. And today it still sucks to be France. I am back from letting the dogs out and saying goodbye to my friend who's hanging out. You guys might have heard her on Discord. She's being a little quiet. And so here we are. We need to figure out what we are going to do now. We have taken back Spain. We are invading southern France a little bit. We could try and go after western France. We could try and finish taking southern France. Western France may be a little easier, actually. Let's see. Southern France is worth 234. It's 238, so they're both worth quite a bit. We got a submarine down here. Can we naval invasion right now? We might have to wait a turn. We gotta wait a turn. So, I want to have at least... That's 300,000 tons. So we can put at least 300,000 tons in the waters out here. Just to kind of make sure that we have the option of invading. And so we've got 1.7 million and... Alright, so we got plenty of tonnage. These guys can go deal with... We got our little spot in the Caribbean there. I need to send some guys out to the South Pacific to start taking some of that. But it's not like urgent. And then over here, we're going to take southern China. We got our army doing army things, so it's not bad. Alright, let's go. And then in a few more turns, we'll have those super battleships ready. And then we'll build a bunch of cruisers, try and repair our stuff, because our ships are getting beat to hell from having to deal with all of just being... Well, they've been at sea for like a couple of years. They're not really taking a lot of damage, but just over time it adds up. So we'll have to do some maintenance, probably time to upgrade them. And then we'll eventually pick a fight with Germany, probably, and get them finished off. So we're slowly taking everything. This is working out pretty well. We'll check and see what the German army logistics are. And then I need to reorganize my ships into fewer smaller fleets. So, because every time we take a little bit of damage there, just sort of adds up. Alright, so... We got Laos, that's good. So the army logistics, France is down to 36%, so we really have been grinding them down. Let's see what Germany's at. Germany's at bad also, so we could probably take them as well. Now, if we do a naval invasion, southern France is 1.2 million, western France is 1.1 million. It doesn't really make that big of a difference. I'm kind of think we just start grinding away at western France. And then we'll grab the other stuff later. Because this is going to sort of slowly grind away. So let's see what we got. We have all these battleships. We have destroyers. Yeah, we got minesweepers and everything. So we're gonna move these guys, and they're set to invade. So that's good. And you guys, we'll set you to invade. And I'm just gonna start parking ships off the coast of Western France. Some of these guys are getting a little beat up. So we're just going to park them along the coast for now, and then I can add more stuff later. I don't think we're going to have a high probability of success. And, well, we'll do the best we can. You guys probably need to get repaired. Let's just do that. And this is going kind of nicely, 89%, that's good. So, we'll set you guys to protect. Just park you right there. Alright, so there we go. And France is not going to be doing very well after all this. And so we're going to start raising tension with Germany, because realistically, we're just going to start munching through Germany and some of these other places. So I don't think it's going to matter too much if I go to war with multiple people. At this point, we're pretty dominant. Yeah, I don't know if it's how it's going to add to the army logistics and everything. But I think I'm just about in a position where I can sweep through Asia. I guess we are going to war with Britain. Alright, well, I guess we're going to start taking their stuff in the Caribbean. Actually, I want to take Canada first. I think I can, if I take Canada, that puts me in a position in North America if there's ever trouble with the United States. Because we may have to deal with that at some point. Not that I'm looking forward to that, because they're going to be kind of a powerhouse. Alright, so let's get you guys together. Go high explosive. Alright, so let's do a little quick torpedo inspection. That's one of the 120 torpedo cruisers, 13 kilometers basically. And I mean, we're veterans. These are pretty good. So these are going okay. Now, realistically, do these transports have guns? They have guns. They've actually got some nice guns. He's gonna probably shoot torpedoes at me at some point. Maybe not. He's hiding in the smoke, so maybe he won't. Did he shoot torpedoes at me? Yes, he did. Alright, so let's turn around, because I don't trust any of this. We're going to go around kind of over here. Yep, there's some torpedoes. Alright. Kind of prefer you fire on the cruiser, but that's okay. These transports have guns, and this will hurt his army logistics, so we're just going to blow some of these guys up too. That's fine. Except I don't want you firing torpedoes at them. You should only be firing torpedoes at the cruiser. Which at least he's taking some damage. It'd be nice if I could hit some of his deck torpedoes. That'd be really wonderful. But looks like we're not going to be able to do that yet. It's going to be hard for you to fire torpedoes while I'm hiding behind your sinking transports. But he I think, just fired them. So we're going to turn around. And then we can approach him this way. Because once his torpedoes are gone, he doesn't have a lot of guns. His guns are not great. Yeah, I think if I were to redo this, I would probably do 3.9-inch guns and just have them fire faster. Have more small guns. I mean, these are hitting pretty nicely. I mean, they're doing chunks of damage. I don't know if we can get a torpedo off or not. He may die too quick. Yeah, he kind of died too quick. That's okay. You boys did good. Alright, good job. Good job, destroyers. Good job. I'm going to need an invasion fleet for the Caribbean. Not quite sure how I'm going to do it. I mean, I guess I could send the new battleships out there. Have to just start taking all that from the British. That might be interesting to do. Or just build a crap load of those new cruisers. The problem is they'll take 17 months to come up, but it'd be nice if they turn out to be really good. Alright, so you guys need to get a little closer. Boop. And you guys need to get a little closer. You got Minesweeper, so we'll just get in there nice and close. Alright. Hopefully that'll do it. And then this guy, it's Labrador Sea. 21 soldiers. So I bet if I have 100,000 tons of ships out there, I still have... Where do I have 10 battleships in the Western Mediterranean? Oh, I got you guys. What the hell are you guys? I got Marauders and Warhammer. I got just a bunch of stuff. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna move you guys up to the Labrador Sea. And yeah, let's do that. You know, it's worth some money. And unfortunately, this doesn't connect anywhere to the US, but that's okay. We'll just go take it. And I've got enough ships to do this. It just won't be very high probability. 11%. And you guys have some submarines, I see. Let's go take care of that. And let's invade. How's my finances doing? We got... Alright, we got enough. We're doing okay. And so let's start increasing tensions with Germany. Because we're going to want to take these guys next. Do they even have any... So they've got a couple of places down here. How many provinces do they have? They've got 11 provinces. Where are the others? Because they've got 2 up here. They've got 2 down there. Oh, they've got some of this stuff over here. That's what it is. All right. So we'll see how this goes. I need to do a better job organizing my my battle fleets. I'll probably build a new destroyer also. Something a little bit, something like the Wasp, only with smaller guns. But overall, this is going really well. And then, of course, there's eventually going to come the point where I have to decide, do I keep on just trying to conquer everything, even like all the little stuff, or do I start a new campaign? Because at this point, I know I'm going to win. You know, I'll certainly accomplish my goals. Now that France is broken. Oh, this is intro. What do you guys have? You guys go 30 knots. Now you're a little on the slow side. Alright, let's see if we can... This might be a little tricky. Let's go see if we can do this. That's kind of a cool looking ship. That looks kind of like a castle, with those big smokestacks looking like castle towers. It's actually pretty badass. Alright, so you only go 30 knots. I might actually just try leaving them together like this. We'll see what happens, because they're gonna... They're gonna have to... Well, 26. This may be easy to... Well, we'll see. We'll see how this works out. Except you don't have radio direction finders, so you can't be the leader anyway. So you are going to screen for these guys. And then you're gonna... There we go. It's going to be a little tricky to find torpedoes just because it's all overcast, and it's going to be a little tough to see what's coming. You can certainly at least kill their transports. I'll start going kind of off to the side a little bit. We should be able to see him from here. Now another possibility is, instead of putting instead of doing destroyers, we could do some light cruisers. What I might do... Here's a transport, okay. What do you... Oh, you guys don't have any guns. Alright, that's fine. Well, these guys don't have as much recoil. Now what I could do is I could do some light cruisers instead. Alright, so let's see. You guys have probably already launched torpedoes at me. No, you haven't yet. Alright, that's good. Now they did. Now they did. You guys are going to just constantly launch torpedoes. I mean, I could just run, because I already sank a bunch of transports, and that would be kind of a successful hit. let's see how this goes. So there's some transports. Shit. I took a hit. Alright, well... Oh, I got a call coming through. Hold on a minute here. Let me see what this is. Alright. Yeah, once I took that torpedo hit, I don't really want to screw around too much with that, so we will... You know, I sunk a destroyer and I sunk some transports. I'm going to call that a win. And then, the secret is you don't want to commit your fleet and lose ships. Oh, I got Uganda. So we are just rolling them up. And Dahomey, 52,000. I don't know where Dahomey is, but I guess it didn't. That didn't work out. That's not it. That's not it. All right, so that's okay. Let's go sink some of these. We got our minesweepers and the wasps. All right, so. Maybe what I'll do is I'll go build a crap load of destroyers, and instead of assigning them to a port, I'll just let them get scattered to the four winds just to protect my ports. And that might be a nice way to do it. And then I can kind of gather them up later. Although I seem to be protecting my stuff pretty well. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But first, all right, here we go. Now these minesweepers, I mean, they're not bad. They've got pretty good guns. So I think we'll still be able to take this guy. It's one of their 120 torpedo cruisers, yeah. He's coming towards me. Alright, buddy, let's go. Let's do this. I've got pretty good range on my torpedoes, actually. He's fired on me already, so Yep. Let's go dodge these. I really think those light cruisers are more maneuverable than these wasps are. I got really lucky with those fly swatter cruisers though. Here we can go mess you up. I'm getting pretty good to hits on him. Let's go turn around this way. So I sank some of the transports. I guess I sank them all. Well, I want that light cruiser though. Let's go wait for his torpedo to reload, and then he'll probably fire again. He might not actually, because I'm sort of in a... There we go, I'm in an awkward firing arc for him. Let's go back this way. And... let's see if we... There they are. Hopefully these guys can dodge. Probably not. Alright, let's go form back up and keep on hitting him. And we'll just sort of wear him down. Yeah, we're going to get him through structural damage and fires. We're blowing up torpedoes. Oh, we got some torpedoes to dodge here.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, it's JP. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
We are ruining France's day, at least for another
I see that.
hour or so. We took back southern Spain. For some reason, the Caribbean Empire, that used to be the British Empire, decided they wanted to declare war on me. I don't know why they would do that. That seemed dumb. So I guess now I'm going to go take Canada. Let's go dodge the other way now. We're just playing dodgy, because he keeps these 120 torpedo cruisers that just love firing all their torpedoes at me. I mean, I guess it works. Occasionally they hit.
Those terrifying. Gosh.
Yeah. So, so we're just going to take it easy. We're going to try and build whatever we need to keep taking their stuff. At some point I need to do repairs, but
I saw that you got a colonial conquest to go home, but bought it yet. I don't know how to spell it. I was going to look it up.
yeah, no, it didn't want to register for me, so
That happens a fair bit.
yeah, it seems to always be the same provinces too.
On the plus side, it will keep offering it, and it will eventually.
Oh, somebody's gonna hit.
Not every 3 or 4 months pop up.
Yeah. I got 40 torpedoes left. Oh, my torpedoes just veered off into nowhere. Not that it would have hit anyway. What I might end up doing is I may end up just building more destroyers and just not picking up ports, so it just gets randomly positioned around places, just to help protect. But I think I'm doing okay right now.
Yeah, it seems like you're really got France on the back foot.
Yeah. Well, the problem's not so much France. I need to start getting things ready so I can take Germany and China and the Soviet Union. I'm going to start just grabbing... Oops, you just fired more torpedoes at me. Please turn in time. Thank you.
Well, Great Britain is not going to be hard to knock off, so after you knock Great Britain and France off, that would be a good time to stuff things towards.
Well, and the other thing I have to figure out also is, do I want to play this through all the way to the end, or there comes a certain point where it's obvious I've won. You know, I could start a new campaign, or I could just keep this one going and see if I can actually conquer the world before I run out of time.
But you've got almost 30.
I've got almost 30 years. I just, like I said, I just don't. I have to decide what I want to do, because I don't know if it's interesting to watch me club baby seals.
I've never got to see a map on this game or even close, so I vote for a map game.
You never got to see what?
I've never got to see a map painting campaign in it, so I vote.
Oh, okay. So we'll just clean up. Now the only hard part really would be the U.S. would be a little difficult. What I'm probably going to have to do is get some wars going on with, Russia, China, Germany, just all the minor countries, or all the less powerful countries, just to start eating them up with my army. While I naval invade the rest of France and Britain. Or I could try to take out the U.S. before they get too strong, but they're already too strong. I mean, France is down to like 34% logistics.
That'll make one last good big fight.
Maybe. So, I mean, strategically it doesn't make sense to just go jump everybody at once. But from a fun perspective, I think we're getting towards... Once I take out France, then I think it gets to the point where I just start om-nom-nomming everybody. And then once I conquer everybody, then I'll probably try and fight the U.S. Even though the smart thing may be to knock out...
Don't matter.
Huh?
The minor nations just don't matter. They happen.
Yeah. I mean, the smart thing might be just to take out the U.S. first. We'll just have to...
let him grow. Let them become mighty.
This is an awful lot of fog. I do not approve of this. It really sucks I can't build any more of these fly swatter ships because the hull's obsolete, even though they're just perfect for what I want to do.
I wonder if you can find it.
You wonder what?
Close to fly swatter. I wonder if you can get a heavy cruiser hold we're close to fly swatter.
Well, I have the new cruisers, the new heavy cruisers that we made last night. That go 38 knots. I'm going to make 38 knots my new speed, and anything that can't go 38 knots will be an invasion ship.
Well, I was thinking something like just a minimum tonnage, high speed, and just put I don't know, whatever the smallest gun cruise, heavy cruisers can have, and then some secondaries, and call that your new fly swatter. Oh, and armor it all to the nine.
Yeah. I'll probably just keep doing another light cruiser. Did you fire? Nope, he hasn't fired his torpedoes yet. I'll probably do another light cruiser just because uh, they turn really well. I mean, we'll see how the heavy cruisers perform.
Wasn't that a heavy? I saw you whipping around in earlier that was
No,
making
that was
turns
that was
so
a light.
short. Oh, okay.
Now these light cruisers are just nuts. I don't know if I blew up his torpedoes or if he fired them. I think I blew it up because I don't think he launched. You know, just firing all these high explosive rounds. It doesn't even really matter what his armor is, because I mean, 6 inch of armor is nothing to scoff at. And the light cruisers may do better than the heavies just because they're harder to enemy ships to spot and target.
That is true.
He's definitely locking onto me. Let's go turn this way. Make it a little bit harder for you. Yeah, because these light cruisers right here are just perfect. You know, these are really the best. These are the best light cruisers I've ever made. And I really like the 38 knots because they're having a hard time hitting me. Even though I'm sure eventually they'll be able to. But right now they're having just a lot of trouble. Yeah, he's having a really bad day. Mm.
A idea for future campaigns. If you get a ship like the Fly Swatter that you know is going to be obsolete,
Just build a crap load of them.
well, build like 100 of them and
I
then immediately suspend them all.
That's a good idea, yeah. If I had I thought they'd be around longer. Um to be honest, I think I'd rather have 100 fly swatters than three of New Jersey's super battleships, although those are going to be ready in a couple turns, and those will be really useful for invasions. Just because that's going to be 300,000 tons running around, and I'll just put some fly swatters and destroyers to escort them. Probably some destroyers.
Oh, yeah.
Because anything inside of 40 kilometers is going to get spanked.
The U.S. actually did that. Right.
Yeah, you just have some battleships.
The U.S. actually did that whole trick.
Yeah, you have the battleships for the fire support, and you have the destroyers to spot, and then you just wreck things.
Yeah, and the U.S. actually did the whole lay them down and then leave them sitting there back in the 1800s.
Really?
Yeah, right after the War of 1812, they wanted to build some ships, but they didn't need them. So what they did was they built them up until they were the point where it was going to take 1 month to finish them.
Oh yeah, they built the hulls and then just left the rest unfinished.
Yeah, they were all built up where it was a man. Because one of the tricks that they did was when they took a ship out of service, they would shift it into what they call in being, and they would pull the masts, pull the sails, pull all the the fittings, and you just leave the hull to sit, and it would take about a month to get the ship ready to go again if they needed it.
Right.
Well, the problem with that is they were still in the water, so they would still decay at that pace. But by doing it while they were still in the stocks, the hulls didn't decay.
Right, right. Looks like
So
China
they
doesn't
had
like me very
ships that were,
much.
oh,
I could, I think I'm just going to increase the tension on, because China's got an army logistics of 2%. So if I go to war with them, I don't even need to. I don't even need to fight them with ships. They're very behind. I can just land invasion them to death. I think is what we would do.
I think they need liberation.
Yeah, yeah, liberation, because they're already at the communist stage right now. I think, yeah, they're.
Oh, they definitely need liberation. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So let me double check and see. Well, no, they say they're a democracy. I don't know if I believe that. Well, then again, it says the Soviet Union's a democracy also. So, well, the Communist Party's in control. the Communist Party's 100%. And let's see what these guys say. These guys, yeah, the Communist Party's 100%. So, at least France has a little bit of diversity. I'm still a constitutional monarchy, even though looks like the conservatives basically have them all, but we don't have any communists, so
The Habsburgs win.
yeah. All right, so that's good enough. All right.
So those holes that they laid down in the early 1800s, some of them laid in the stocks and were not completed for 40 years after their laydown date.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, some of them weren't completed right until up into the Civil War.
That's kind of nuts. All right, so surely I have some ships here because I need to do something about. Here you go, some destroyers. Because this little guy is gonna come around here, so we're gonna go meet you right there. All right, so we've got. They're starting at 18. They're making slow progress. I've got 36% chance, which isn't great, but I've got more ships I could send. But I'm going to try and use these guys to take over this Canadian holding. I mean, it's 4 billion. I might as well take it. All right, let's see what we got. But yeah, I do need to send some ships out to start grabbing the Caribbean and all that stuff. Because I just assume I'm going to take France with a land invasion now that I've got them mostly beaten down. Unless they can build up their navy again, I think they're in trouble.
Just leave some light cruisers and destroyers around France, positioned in front of all of their ports, and say, no leaving for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll still do naval invasions, just in case I get lucky, but if I've got a 20-30% chance, that's good enough, and I'll just grab up all these British holdings in the meantime. Oh, France fired another admiral. Surprise, surprise. Because they keep making submarines, so I'm sinking their submarines. definitely the next time I do one of these games, I need to reorganize how I coordinate my fleets. Um, and I'm sort of consolidating my fleets into more manageable groups. I'm just auto-resolving these things. So I really don't want to.
I'm imagining what it's going to be like when you finally get a period of peace
Oh shit! I lost
and
a
you
lot
pull
of.
everything back into port.
I lost a lot of transports. Oh, France pushed back my southern France. Oh, they pushed that back. Womp womp. Alright, so these are 5 destroyers here. I mean, they don't have any ships up here, though, so I probably don't need to worry too much about it. Well, they've got these submarines. Set these to protect.
New Jersey's battleships finished.
Did it really?
Yep.
Oh, it did. Ooh. Well, there's 300,000 tons that I can park here outside of France. So let's have you guys go here, away from that submarine. Oh, one of them's still waiting on crew. I think there's not enough crew for him. Yeah, they don't have enough. They don't have enough crew. And he'll get him next turn. And then I think I'm gonna take you guys and move you over to where the battleships are going. You guys go meet up with the battleships to guard them. There we go. Convoy. A single locust, huh? Alright, let's do this. I mean, maybe I can build a more advanced light cruiser and just make it small, and maybe it'll act like the. Maybe it'll act like the other one.
How many tons is the fly swatter?
Only 5,000.
Okay, so you make the next one, no bigger than 6, maybe?
I don't know. I'll see what my options are. Daka. Oh, these guys don't have any.
Wait, what? What's a lone destroyer doing out here?
Uh,
They
I,
never
ha
run alone.
I had them in port for repairs, and I guess this one was just a random encounter. So he's just gonna go see how tough he is by himself. I mean, to be honest, he's fucking up transports pretty good. And he's veterans, so I mean, look, it's a veteran crew. If they want to go out by themselves, I'm not gonna argue too much about it. I mean, they just wrecked all the enemy transports. So let's see if we can sink their destroyer also. He probably doesn't need to have a destroyer.
Well, they certainly know what they're doing.
Yeah. He hasn't fired yet. Oh, is the torpedo gonna hit? No, he's gonna dodge it. Oh. Let's go dodge your torpedoes. Zoop. We'll set these to auto, and maybe we can... Maybe we can get a flooding hit on you. So he wants to fight. He's chasing me, so... The advantage of this is he's not running away. Ooh, that's not good. Well, we are going to end the battle while we can, because that was almost bad. Yeah, that's the only problem with only having one destroyer, is if it takes a hit, it can't easily get away. So I think lone destroyers on convoy missions, I think I just go sink the transports and leave. I don't think I want to fight enemy destroyers yet. At least not with the Locust. Maybe if I build a better destroyer. I think probably I ought to repair my ships. I'll wait and see how this naval invasion goes, but I probably ought to repair my ships. Or I can wait till I finish off France. So that's going okay-ish. That's going okay-ish. And I think I already did the... Well, I can do a naval invasion. Can I naval invade Canada? Newfoundland. Sure, let's get you. It's probably going to be somewhere down here by St. John is going to be my guess.
Probably.
So we'll go park you there.
You know, the funny thing of it is, I don't think I have ever seen Canada change hands in the game. All the hours I've watched.
Well, only this one part of Canada is owned by Britain. The rest is owned by Canada.
Exactly. They somehow managed to stay friendly with everybody. Or maybe they're just afraid that the Canadian troops will demonstrate why the Geneva Convention came into existence.
I don't know. But we'll see how it goes. I've got I've got about another 45 minutes, and then I've got to go drive to the office and meet up with one of my techs. So one of the interesting things about how I run my business is all my guys are essentially independent contractors. You know, I assign them projects; they can kind of do them whenever they want. So some of them like to work in the daytime. A lot of them like to work at night, so they can be left alone. Because most of them are antisocial. So I'll go. Ooh, let's see. No, I don't, because I'll probably have to fight you later also, Japan.
Japan will need some serious naval invasion.
It's taking me a long time to auto-resolve, probably because I have just a crap load of ships. Wow, how did you take heavy damage? That's kind of nuts. Uh, Alright, so... Coastal Raid. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, for whatever reason, the auto-generated fights, it only wants to send out like one destroyer, but...
That battleship must have eaten a mess of torpedoes.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it actually plays it out, or if it just goes with some sort of statistical roll. I'm going to leave you guys off, because there's no point in... You're not going to hit with a single torpedo anyway. And I really... You know, as much as I've had good luck just burning ships down with napalm, with the destroyers, I really don't care that much about the torpedo. Alright, so you guys have guns, and he has guns also. And so let's kind of keep our... Part of the problem is these guys don't have very good spotting ranges either.
Even with radar.
Huh? Say that
Even
again.
with radar, they think.
Well, I mean, they're spotting it. Yeah, 5 kilometers. For some reason, I'm not getting a spotting line or anything. There's something weird going on.
Is it possible he missed the refit to radar?
No, he's got his radar. Because I've never... These are all built with radar. The little circle shows he's got radar. No, just the spotting distance is being slow. It could be weather also. And the last time I fought an enemy destroyer with one of these, it didn't go so well. So I'm just gonna wrap it up. You know, they did exactly what they were meant to do. I went in, I sank some transports, and I left. And that's fine with me. And maybe I'll build, maybe instead of more destroyers, I'll build light cruisers. Although I think having a general purpose destroyer with good minesweeping and, I mean, the depth charges make it easier for the destroyer to get hit and blown up. But I think what I probably ought to do is take something like the Minesweeper destroyer, which is a good solid destroyer, but go with the 3.9-inch guns because they have less recoil and they fire faster. And just go more of those. So that's 100%, obviously. Now I could take some of these ships and send them over here. That's 36%. And that's going to happen in 4 more turns. Or I just leave it like this, because this is a good enough fleet. It's got kind of a
and
mix
then
of...
send that fleet down into the Caribbean after they take care of
Yeah, because it's got a bunch of
over up
my...
there.
It's got a bunch of my fast marauders, and it's got a couple of warhammers for taking out bigger things. And then I've got a whole ship pile of the fly swatter cruisers and locust destroyers. So all it needs is some minesweepers. I mean, it's I guess it's okay enough. So we can. The problem with pissing off Germany is they're really happy that I'm just gonna piss off China and take them over next. I think because China's not going to be in a position to do much, and the Soviets are already attacking them. And then I'm just going to try and land invasion stuff.
Yeah, because those are both in desperate need of liberation.
Yeah. And then as far as France goes, I think that's just going to take some time. Now they're commissioning. What I probably ought to do is I probably ought to make a single invasion fleet of all of my old ass ships. Because it may not even be worth upgrading them at this point anyway. Because I can just have, unless they get into a major fight, I can just have small ships, small newer ships. Why am I withdrawing? God damn it. I don't want to... Motherfucker. The mouse is being weird again. Oh, I guess 26 knots. Alright, well, I guess this guy wants to fight. Let's do it. Yeah, my mouse is really screwy. And the game's lagging and being kind of weird also. Yeah, what I'll probably do is after I take care of the dog, I'll go to the office, I'll get a couple things done, and then I will, then I'll come back, and maybe play a little bit more.
And let the beating of France and China and all these people continue.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys are going to detach, and that is a really big ship. Honestly, the guns seem a little on the small side compared to the size of the ship. Probably so. That's okay. So you guys are just gonna truck on ahead, and not that you're gonna be able to... Not that they're going to be able to dodge any torpedoes that come after them. I think that... light cruiser, or whatever it is probably just trying to get away. I mean, that's what I'd be doing. There he is off over there. Yeah, for my targeting thing is not working. Well, I guess we will. Guess we will see. Yeah, it has the crap load of. These guys are. Yeah, these guys are so far away they probably can't even shoot. Oh well. Oh, he fired some torpedoes at me.
The nerve of him.
I know, right? Then he fired some more torpedoes at me. We're gonna go double back. Hopefully these other ships don't. Oh, they don't have torpedo dodge on, which means they're not trying to dodge all weird like. I wonder if that actually works out better in some ways.
Case by case basis, probably.
Let's let the smoke wear off. Maybe we'll tighten it up. Double back this way. Do you pop smoke again, you little bastard? Would you not do that? I don't want to get close enough to spot him in the smoke, because then I won't be able to dodge torpedoes. I'll just be too close at that point. I think he might have fired torpedoes at me already, so let's... Or I might have hit some. He's got so many torpedo launchers that I guess maybe, maybe I already damaged a bunch of them. Yeah, it seems that these smaller guns are more accurate. Ouch. You're not so scary once you lose your main gun, or when your torpedoes. Your main gun's kind of tiny. That's an awful lot of fire. Alright, good job. Yeah, I think what I want to do is I want to build something like a combination of the Locust and the Minesweeper, because the Wasp weren't really as... I think their recoil's just too high. I mean, they're nice when they hit, but... And maybe that's what I need to do, is just build a better proper destroyer, like a general purpose destroyer.
Bring all of the Wasps into port and do a downgrade to a 4.9 and see how much that helps.
Yeah, but then I have to retrofit all of them. There's a lot of them, and they're good enough right now. So I just need stuff to interdict ships, and they're good enough for what they're doing. So I'm probably just gonna keep. I'm at the stage in the game where I just need more tonnage in the water. I don't. As long as they're good enough, it's good enough. Now
this is very true.
Now this. I think I want to fight this manually, but I think I want to grab another Coke first. So give me one moment, and then I'll load up the battle. I'll be right back. Another thing to consider is I've got so many ships right now that can't be helping the game out too much. Oh, this is awful weather. And it's a storm. Alright, so we are not going to fight in the storm. We're just not. Because that's just asking for trouble. Actually, you know what? We're just going to leave battle. And we'll just see what happens. Yeah, we're just going to do that. So I don't want to deal with storm stuff. That's more hassle than I want. Yeah, realistically, in preparation for fighting other countries, I need to start pre-positioning ships just all over the place, and then I'll probably just eventually go to war with everybody. And see how that goes. But I really want to fix my transports first, just because that's going to be a big problem. Southern Rhodesia, all right. So that's going pretty well. So even if this, well, that's not going to fail. That's going to probably succeed. That'll get these guys out of here. So I've got, next turn I'll probably take this. And then it's just a matter of France and their islands in the Pacific. And I think the only requirement I have for, I mean, light cruisers are going to be more useful than destroyers, but destroyers I can put everywhere. Except that I hear another storm, so... Because really my requirement for a destroyer is that it has to be able to take out... It's rainy. I really don't want to... Well, I could at least kill the transport, but no, I think we're just gonna retreat. I don't want to deal with this, because I'm just gonna eat a torpedo. So, and I don't need to be massacring all the British ships. That's because I just need to conquer their territories. They're not really a threat to me.
If they have any to speak of, it will show up once
You broke up. Say that again.
I said that if they do have any ships to speak of, they'll show up once you're attacking their Caribbean homeland.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I really just need to reorganize my fleets. I'll probably do that when I take them into repair. I mean, that's 42. It's going kind of okay. Where did the yeah, those are those Sailor Moon battleships that New Jersey had me make. And then is this one ready? It is. Hello. Why don't you go over there and join your friends? Because that's going to be a hell of an invasion fleet right there. He's just munching away at it. Oh. You boys. We're going to start attacking you. And you. See if we can catch you. We'll increase tensions with Germany, even though it's probably not gonna. I mean, I could always go after Spain instead, but I don't have any ships to go and invade the Philippines or any of that stuff. So I'm really just kind of stuck. Actually, what I ought to do is I ought to start building a flotilla of new ships. I'll build a light cruiser to go with the heavies that I'm making.
So it looks at about 10,000 tons.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, okay, there we
Be
go.
able to build about 40 at a time.
War with China, so we can make more money. Oh, we've got a lot of unrest going on. We're at 32 unrest. I don't know if the... Now, do I get rid of unrest just by winning battles, or how do I get rid of unrest other than...
Yes, winning battles gets rid of, I think, 1 or 2 points of unrest every time you win a battle.
So I could just get more money, but I don't need the money. I mean, I've got so much fucking money right now. So I'll just do social programs and lower my unrest. Alright, well that sucks. In Western Mediterranean... Really? You're attacking that? That might... Oh. I guess it didn't hurt it that much. Alright, here we go. So this is one of my lawnmower ships. These don't turn very well. And you're faster, so if you don't want to fight, I'm not going to be able to fight you. Actually, you know what else I could do is I could take all my my older ships and form them into invasion fleets to send out to the Pacific and Asia to deal with the less advanced countries. Although that may not matter either, because at this point it's just raw tonnage in the water. Oh, you're kind of hurt, aren't you? I don't think I really want to fight.
Yeah, your battleships, even your older ones, could easily sweep through, all of the minor nations' holdings in the Pacific, in the South Pacific, except for maybe Nepal.
Well, even like fighting, when it comes to like fighting Spain, China, or the Soviet Union, they're all very behind in their technology. And so I think my older ships, even without upgrades, because they all have radar, could probably take care of it. Oh, he wants to chase me.
Yeah, they would be basically facing near peers that way, even though
Yeah.
they're your ancient stuff.
I should probably at least modernize the Guardians because those are my first battleships from 1890. What would be nice would be if there was a command where from the fleet menu, if I could just select the ships on the fleet menu and then tell them what port to go to. That would be awfully nice. Now, what do you have? You're mostly a torpedo. Oh, you're damaged. Look at that. He's beat up. I bet I could take you. I just don't want to eat torpedoes. And this guy turns slowly. So we're gonna kind of turn like this. What kind of armor do you have? You have 6 inches at plus 140, so it's basically 12. You got about 15 inches of armor effectively, which I'm using semi-armor piercing, I think. Yeah, so I'm not going to be able to punch that. I think I could win this fight. The only problem is these guys do not turn very well. My armor's not quite as good. Oh, I think he's leaving. Are you leaving now that I'm not running away? I think he might have realized this was a mistake. Oh, he's only going 18 knots now. No, he's coming back at me. I want to make sure that I'm not eating any of your torpedoes. He's going 20 knots now. I wonder if maybe he doesn't realize that in his injured state he can't take me. Well, I mean, I guess I'm not gonna complain.
Sounds like Black Knight syndrome to me.
I mean, that could be. Except he's French, not British. I don't know if anybody else watching would even get that reference. I'm assuming you're talking about Monty Python Black Knight.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Come back, I'll bite you with me teeth.
Alright, so let's 19 knots. Yeah, the only problem is this ship these lawnmowers turn so badly. They're not very good turning ships. But you're just screwed. Are you turning away? Oh, he's trying to leave now. He's like, do not want. Do not want.
He doesn't have enough percentages of structure left, though.
No. Well, I mean, my only concern would be if he got a torpedo off, which he's gonna try and torpedo me in a minute. Although he may not be able to, because the angle's bad. Alright, well, I did not think I was going to win that one. I thought I was going to have to run away. Those lawnmowers aren't bad ships. Well, yeah, probably what I'll do. I mean, my only concern is my number of transports, because I can't defend everything everywhere. Although I could probably wipe out most navies within a few turns if they engaged me. Oh, hold on a minute. Alright, I'm awfully popular tonight. Alright, Northern Rhodesia has, and you know, I pissed off Germany a little bit. Looks like I got Southern China.
Was that your text that called?
It's one of my, I've got a engineer buddy who, is looking at, you know, we work on some stuff together. And, he wanted me to check in with him. Alright, so that worked out pretty well. So, I think the next place I'm going to invade